Local reaction continues to roll in after the 2024 federal budget was tabled on Tuesday.
The Trudeau government says its spending plan will help lift low-income people into the middle class without substantially increasing the deficit. But a local economist and a poverty reduction advocate both say there are reasons to be concerned. Opinions about whether the Trudeau government is spending too much or too little depend, as usual, on perspective.
They've ramped spending up on a fairly activist agenda.
It would have been great to see some plans that really put money into the pockets of Canadians.
Government officials insist that's what this budget will do.
We will unlock the door to the middle class for more Canadians.
It's really a focus on making sure that young people have the same opportunities to succeed as their parents.
It does include about $8.5 billion over 5 years for housing, but the Lakehead Social Planning Council's Bonnie Crisawati, who coordinates Thunder Bay's poverty reduction strategy, says there isn't enough to help people struggling right now. For example, she's skeptical a $1 billion school nutrition program will put money into the pockets of needy families, as the government claims.
Maybe that $800 a year is going into buying a more nutritionally appropriate food for the house for the years, so it's not really a savings of money.
When it comes to economics, it's a bit of a mixed bag, according to Lakehead University's Livio Di Matteo. On the one hand, the debt to GDP ratio isn't going up, it'll hold at around 40%.
So if you want to accept that as your fiscal anchor, I suppose you don't have to be too concerned. However, prior to the pandemic, the federal net debt to GDP ratio had gotten down to almost 30%.
And the interest costs on that debt are going up.
That does squeeze money out of other programs and spending. So, I mean, you're spending $60 billion by 2028 on servicing the debt. That could be spent on health or education or tax relief, etc.
The deficit will stay at just under $40 billion for the next couple years, despite added tax revenue from high-income Canadians.